Once the world was full of wonders, but it belongs to humans now. We creatures have all but disappeared. Demons, vampires, and witches, hiding in plain sight, fearful of discovery, ill at ease even with each other. But, as my father used to say, in every ending, there is a new beginning.
She's a witch, Miriam. A powerful one if her family's anything to go by.
The academic I overheard outside the Bodleian. She's a direct descendant of Bridget Bishop, the first woman to be executed at the Salem witch trials.
I don't know, but she'd just taken out an alchemical manuscript. An Ashmole manuscript. What, that she's found Ashmole 782? Why?
Yes.
Longer. Ever since I began to believe that it could help us understand our origins. Perhaps it wasn't missing. Perhaps it was waiting.
Think of the risks you took. You could have been seen. You even get his consent. That's what we need to find out.
Marcus is our new research subject. Another failed siren. Would you take his bloods and do a cheek swab? Thank you, Miriam.
You're not going to be siring anyone. The reason I didn't tell you is because we're all in the dark. We know there's a problem, but we don't know the cause, and that's the reason we need the book. The witches cannot be allowed to have that information.
Some would want to use that knowledge to destroy us.
I talk to Dr. Bishop, and if need be, we'll take the book for ourselves. Yours, I believe.
It's a nasty bun. Dr. Bishop. I found your article on color symbolism in alchemical transformation fascinating. And your work on Robert Boyle's approach to problems of expansion and contraction quietly persuasive. You have a wonderful way of evoking the past for the reader. I'm hardly likely to forget you now. After that, I didn't think that witches were allowed to show their magic in public. Not in control of yourself, Dr. Bishop?
Anything of interest? Well, we work in the same place. It's hardly strange that our paths should cross again. I'd call that a professional hazard. Your photographs on the back of all your books.
That's a fair question. You called up an Ashmole manuscript earlier this week, and something happened. Something that disturbed you. Was it Ashmole 782? I'm assuming you used magic to retrieve it. This is about a great deal more than just alchemy. Where's the manuscript now? Dr. Bishop, please hear me out. No one has seen that book for a very long time, and it's not just me who wants it. Word is spreading. It might be safer for you if the creatures of Oxford knew that it was no longer in your possession. No. It's a warning. You need to be careful.
Good morning.
I'm sorry, am I bothering you? You don't believe everything you read, do you? All right, then. I thought that you might like some company. The library's busy today. Quite a few witches here. You see? They're here to watch you. I did warn you that other creatures would take an interest in you. Leaving so soon. Do you actually think it's safe down here in the dark, Dr. Bishop? I'm merely pointing out that rowing on your own is a risk. So, the Book of Life, what did you do with it? Which of your powers? How could you not know? Don't lie to me, Diana. I can feel your power. I don't believe you.
Oh.
I could, but it's not how I operate. Ashmole 782 has been missing for centuries, and yet you were able to call it up. Aren't you curious why? That book has never appeared to me or anyone else, no matter what we've done. Only to you. It could be the key to our survival. So isn't it strange But the only creature who can summon it is a witch who can't control her magic.
Walk past me slowly. No sudden movement. Go! But don't run.
New trousers, Hamish. You really didn't need to be here, you know. I can quite well go hunting on my own. I see you've redecorated. Looks like a wedding cake. It's complex. This is even more. I came up here to get away from a witch. I'm craving her. About 35 meters below the ridge line. So even though Ashmore 782 might be the answer to our problems, Hamish, my interest in it puts her in danger. Yes, I know. I've been looking into the statistics. Yes. Wouldn't that be something, my friend? That's untrue. Can we not have a political argument? Well, it's hardly like you are. You practically run the city of London.
No. Other creatures will want the book. I have to obtain it from Diana before they mark us. Or they mark us anywhere near Diana.
I wish I'd never told you. After Cecilia, I swore to myself that I would never get involved with another warm-blooded girl, and you know that!
I'll try to take your advice.
Try to calm down. Your adrenaline is very high. Of course I can.
Thank you. Why did you come to me? Last time I saw you, you said you never wanted to see me again. You must have friends.
Does Knox want the book? Peter Knox believes that witches created everything and everyone. I'm obviously not of that opinion. Does he know that you sent it?
Will he? Yes. I met him on a number of occasions, particularly when he was building up to his publication of Origin. I began to wonder how his theories might relate to us creatures. I was desperate to understand our origins. You see, I'd already heard rumors, whisperings about a book, hidden from human eyes in an alchemical text, Ashmore. That man had an uncanny ability to find bizarre manuscripts, and I found and read every one of them. Apart from 782. I'm older than I look. Which fool of Carthage? I'd like to show you my laboratory. The work we've been doing recently links into creature origin. I won't harm you. You have my word. Put this on. You're cold. Adrenaline causes a rise in metabolic heat production. Your adrenaline has dropped, and so has your heart rate. Yes. All the time. We're among hundreds of laboratories using genetics to study species origin, but in our lab, humans aren't the only species we're studying.
Witches and demons, too.
We take physical specimens from burial sites mostly and extract DNA from the samples. Diana, this is my colleague and lab manager, Dr. Miriam Shepherd. Miriam, this is Dr. Diana Bishop. I wanted to show Diana that the work we're doing here proves beyond all doubt the creatures are dying out. Vampires are failing to sire. Demons are increasingly prone to madness, are losing their powers. Come and see. Please, sit down. Allow me. Now, this graph shows the mitochondrial DNA of a witch named Benvenguda. She lived in Brittany in the 7th century. She was very, very powerful. A marvel, really. In an age that produced many marvels. Now, compare that to the graph belonging to Beatrice Good, Benvenguda's last known direct descendant. As you can see, Beatrice's DNA shows far fewer markers common amongst witches, indicating that her ancestors, as the centuries passed, relied less and less upon witchcraft to survive. Now, it's this pattern of denying power is the reason why witches will eventually become extinct. I have a different sense of time to you. When humans talk about climate change, that's exactly the argument they use. Oh, the polar ice caps will take so many years to melt. Who cares? I remember when the Thames iced over every winter. I used to skate on it. You're right, though. It's not going to happen immediately tomorrow, but it's already begun. One day, there'll be just one species. Humans. And at first, they won't notice the difference because they've never noticed us, but gradually, eventually, they'll come to see them. All the magic has seeped out of the world. And they'll look around them. And everyone will be the same. I think at the very least you should try not to be frightened of it. Well, as far as I can tell, there are only two emotions that keep the world turning. One is desire, and the other is fear. Thank you.